Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Leo November 13, 2022. With a Venus-Neptune transit, you can get a warm feeling about a secret you're holding, or a sense of peace about your private life. Instead, you can come to an understanding of a delicate matter from the past. Sometimes closure is about letting go of the idea of getting it. You're also in good shape for extending someone a hand or for a compassionate exchange. This transit soothes you and brings the light of understanding to your heart. It follows that forgiveness comes more readily. You're also in fine shape for drawing upon your inner wisdom and helping others. There can be an important meeting or event behind the scenes or a new understanding of an issue that has weighed heavily on you. As the day advances, some hesitation or blockage can temporarily slow you down. While annoying, delays now can be helpful in the long run if they open your eyes to areas that need some refinement. A Sun-Saturn transit tends to magnify flaws temporarily. You can help yourself by adjusting your speed, following rules, exercising patience, and conserving energy by prioritizing. Avoid pushing things forward for the best results. Get ready for your intuition to be especially activated today. This is because sweet Venus, our goddess planet of love and beauty, spins within your solar 12th house of the unconscious and imagination. She sings a hymn over to majestic Neptune, now spinning softly in solar 4th house of home and domesticity. This is a 5-star day to enjoy intimacy, sensuality, and pleasure behind closed doors with your one and only. While committed couples will likely enjoy this energy more, singles can use this time to dig deep into their emotions to heal whatever is bothering them. What is on your mind? Talk about your subconscious views and outlooks about work when Mercury in Scorpio squares Saturn in Aquarius. Your mind is incredibly busy, but the square may initially restrict your ability to open up. Overthinking yourself into a rumination station is possible, especially if you want to be a bit more vulnerable about your commitments since Venus in Scorpio trines Neptune retrograde in Pisces. So, once you begin talking, you may not stop. Be vulnerable about what you want or need to make progress at work. In the lead up to the moon's return to your financial sector tomorrow, this is an important point in any month for having your antennas up while holding back. With the moon due to get a warm reception that is likely to boost your financial confidence, this is worth waiting for. In the meantime, this allows you to keep your focus on the income side of the financial fence, where an eclipsing full moon on the job front has helped to energize things. Today's planetary alignment is a potent placement, and you may feel an extra amount of physical energy this month. In fact, it's an extremely sexual energy, so be on the lookout and be careful with yourself at all times. Your general well-being is governed by 3 simple ingredients: rest, diet, and exercise. The celestial atmosphere is providing the energy to go crazy with the exercise, but do not neglect the other 2. Stay far, far away from caffeine. When is the last time you pampered yourself? Today it's the perfect time to incorporate a better self-care regime. As it's your nature to give to others, you may be neglecting yourself. Take the time to examine your habits. Consider the amount of time you spend sleeping, relaxing, and expressing in terms of concrete hours. Consider your eating habits. Is your body physically healthy or are you prone to illness? Take cues from your physical state, and take better care of yourself. While it won't be until tomorrow that the moon will align with Mars as it makes its first visit to your relationship sector since the warrior planet of the cosmos turned retrograde here, this is already having a significant impact. As well as a chance to become more emotionally engaged, the moon is making a friendly aspect to Saturn for the first time since his direct turn in your communication sector. With Mars and Saturn working as a team for the next 4 months, a chance today to give your emotional responses and relationships a voice is just a taste of things to come. The moon's first visit to your relationship sector since Mars turned retrograde here was always going to be a valuable chance to check in. The moon's emotional responses will make it easier to get a sense of Mars' drive to make the most of the doors open to the past, while a friendly aspect to Saturn for the first time since his direct turn in your communication sector can give this a voice. Our eyes in the sky. Saturn squares the Sun early this morning, and will have a greater sense of responsibility, duty, and structure. Attention will be focused on doing the most practical thing and whatever makes the most sense. Our emotional nature will ease into a more intense vibe. We could withdraw from socializing with loved ones and acquaintances. It can be harder to hold conversations under this influence, and avoiding important talks could lead to arguments. You will make a terrific new friend related to your job in some way. This valuable resource will be more important to you than you realize. This person is a little strange and awkward, but overall, he or she has valuable information that you can benefit from. What makes this a potential game changer and an opportunity for a major breakthrough for both you and your relationships is that this is the first total lunar eclipse in Taurus in 2 decades. What adds to this is the fact that the lunar eclipse peaks just as the moon aligns with Uranus, the planet of surprise, synchronicity, and the unexpected, and as the Sun and Mercury, the planet of communication, are aligned in your relationship sector. This is the right trigger at the right time. Someone you work with will unexpectedly need your help. It is not necessary for you to completely drop everything for this person, but you should indeed try to help him or her. Work together and you will reach great success. Someone will pick you up and take you under his or her wing. This extra support will be of great benefit to you now. Don't resist this assistance. This boost is the exact key that you are looking for. Together you can soar to new heights. Protect your energy if you have to at this time. Be aware of your perspective amid other opinions. During this transit, we could be more likely to sacrifice our own needs and let people push their agendas on us. Focus on yourself to avoid uncomfortable moments with others at this time. Just after midnight, the Sun squares off with Saturn in Aquarius, putting us in a heavy headspace. We feel restricted, unable to act the way we want to. While the Sun is in Scorpio, all our desires and passions come into sharp relief. Yet, Saturn reminds us that we have obligations to others. It is not always about us, and we must work to earn our keep. It can also seem as though we are up against the clock now. Deadlines or time limits provoke extra stress, and instead of rising to the task, we look for vices to distract us. We are not above creating chaos, pulling the fire alarm to get out of taking the exam, so to speak. But our duties aren't going away. If we rise to the occasion, we can exit this period with a feeling of accomplishment. If we avoid our responsibilities, they will only catch up with us at a later date. This is something that at this time of year can energize both sides of the financial fence and act as a trigger. However, both sides are so ripe with potential and support it was only ever going to take the smallest trigger, and this is the granddaddy of them all. This could have unexpected implications across the income, work, and career fronts, while a real breakthrough is possible on both sides of the financial fence. It is in the second half of the week that things will start to settle. Following this, the Gemini moon squares off with Neptune in Pisces, causing us to misread interactions and deceive ourselves. Our idealistic nature can be taken advantage of by those who sense our confusion and vulnerability. Yet, we are typically the ones who volunteer ourselves for disappointment by putting our trust in the wrong people. Exercise discernment to avoid compromising yourself.